What's going on, Dungeon Divers? Draco Invictus here, and we are doing another Neverwinter 101, and we are standing out on this precipice over the little prayer zone here in the, this is the courtyard, the west side of the courtyard, and this is essentially the palace, for the Hall of Justice. So, today we're going to focus on we walked you through building a character. So now we are going to talk about the character. We're going to talk about inventory. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. The layout's going to be slightly different depending on what platform you're on, but they're all pretty similar. You can't see it because of the overlay I've got up right now, but I got the big glowing crystal in the middle down at the bottom, which lets me know that I can do my daily power. And yes, you can use it more than once a day. So here's the main area here, and the summer festival is going on. That's a big snail. That's another big snail. But today we're going to talk about now that you've picked your class and your race and you've made it into Neverwinter, what the hell's going on? Because there is so much going on. There's lots of things to do, lots of people to talk to. You got a big glowing tree right here in the middle. But again, I'm going on the assumption that you've never played Neverwinter before. You've never played an MMO before. This is your first shot at it. And so here we are. So I want to first go in and we're going to look at the character sheet. Okay, character sheet breaks down what you are equipping. You know, so your headpiece, your armor, arms, main hand, that's your offhand. So for the wizard that I'm playing, it's a talisman. And then her boots, her trousers and shirt, waist, left ring, right ring, and necklace. And each of the things that you equip have different stats. So my cruel cap of smiting gives me bonus hit points, bonus power, bonus critical strike, defense. As you start out, these numbers will be much smaller, and then you're going to build them up as you level up. And as you can see, my stats. This character started with a 19 intelligence. She's at 26 now. Because of all the history, as you can see here, you know, I've added +1 to her intelligence and +1 to her charisma every chance. And at levels 30 and 60, you get 1 point bonus for every stat. And then at 70, of course, there's one more +1 that you get. So that is your character sheet. Okay. Next over is your powers. It starts with the lowest powers first. These are the powers that you get when you first start the game. Like in the tutorial that we did, we got Magic Missile and Ray of Frost and Chill Strike and Ice Storm. So we got all of those when we were making our way across the bridge and saving the soldiers out in the field and all that stuff. And I am currently, level 67, 68, something like that. So as you go down further, these powers will get more powerful. Your damage will get greater as you level up. And so you can see here, Maelstrom of Chaos. It does. Now I'm looking over toward the right-hand side. This is Maelstrom of Chaos. It's a daily, and it does between 10,517 and 12,508 lightning damage. And basically, as you fight, then your action points build up until your little crystal at the bottom starts glowing. And then once the crystal is glowing, then I can use this daily power. So in a bigger fight, you may be able to, like you're fighting a dragon or something like that, you may use a daily power 3 times because you're doing a lot of fighting. You know, you're going up against some kobolds or something like that, you may only use it once if you already have it charged. So, and you can notice that these all have like 3 filled out of 4. You cannot fill the 4th slot until you hit level 70. And that's when you unlock the 4th tier for each of those. Just like in level 20, here you unlock the 3rd slot for any of your powers. You cannot save your powers up to use only in the spells that you want. Like you can see, I'm not using Repel here. I'm not using Arcane Presence or Chilling Touch right now. I probably will go back to Chilling Touch, but that's neither here nor there. I don't have any of those active. See, like this Icy Train, see the little X underneath the icon? Well, that means that I'm actually having it assigned to a button. So all of these, I don't have assigned to anything. Okay, but I still had to put points in, because notice it says right underneath that 20 points spent and level 20. So if you don't spend those 20 points, you're not going to be able to do anything up here. You won't be able to spend, get any of these until you spend 30 points. So you have to sink your points in on skills that you may never use. So like, what's a good example of that? Shard of the Endless Avalanche. I've never used that power. I've never used that ability. Why? Because the ones that I'm using are doing more damage, or they're working well with the character, with the style of character that I'm playing. So that spell in this instance isn't something I need. But to get into Disintegrate, I had to spend 60 points to get beyond this level. Imprisonment, never used it. But now at this point, I'm just looking to sink points in powers so that until I get to level 70. So that is it for your powers. Then you have what's called feats. Feats aren't something you engage in. Feats just happen. Like the one that I have highlighted is Toughness. It increases your maximum hit points by 3, 6, or 9%. Because you can assign it up to 3 points. You can see I'm 3 of 3. So I have a 9% increase in my maximum hit points because I've taken 3 ranks of toughness. Whereas Lightning Teleport, I didn't take any ranks. It's 0 of 5. So I'm not getting any of that, restoring your maximum stamina. I'm not getting any of those points because I didn't assign any points to it. And so you can stack these, and like this row didn't unlock until you'd spent a certain amount of points in the first row. Does that make sense? So the third row didn't unlock until I'd spent a certain number of points in the first 2 rows. So like I could have maxed this all the way up, another 3 points. I could have had 5 out of 5 here, 3 out of 3 here, and 3 out of 3 here, and skipped this whole second row and put points over here. Okay, but I wanted actually 2 points in Wizard's Wrath. And the same thing goes over here. You don't unlock these 2 until you have a certain number of points in these 2. Does that make sense? I hope so. All right. So, and each one of these does something different. So as you're developing your character and figuring out what you want to be when you grow up, kind of a thing, this may change, and notice down here at the bottom, you can respec your feats and boons. It's going to cost you, like for me, it would cost me 104,000 astral diamonds simply because of my level. If you're lower level, it costs less. Of course, I don't want to respec because I spent a lot of time figuring all this out. But yeah, so that is how feats work. Boons. Boons you're going to see later in the game from level 26 and above. Probably not level 26 though. Probably closer to 30, 34, 35. Depending on how quickly you start working in the campaign Tyranny of Dragons. Okay? Each one of these most of these are end game. I call them end game since there is no real end to the game. It's kind of hard to say end game. But these are all considered end game because once you hit level 70, you don't level up anymore. You actually, what's called, you over level. So it never goes to 71 or 72, but you earn enough experience to get a bonus for going up, even though the number doesn't change. But most of these start at level 60 and above. But each one of these, like here, we'll go into Tyranny of Dragons. I've done the first tier already. So I got Dragon's Claws, which grants me 400 power. Or I could have picked grants me 1,600 hit points. And notice, I went with the power because power is the damage that you do. Okay? I want to hit as hard as I possibly can, as fast as I can. So I went for power. For this one over here, it's 400 critical strike or 400 deflect. I'm not worried about deflecting. I'm worried about critical strike, because if I strike critically, it's essentially doubling the damage that I would do. So as I bump up my critical strike, then I have a better chance to do double damage. So that is certainly what I'm going to do. Now, some players are absolutely going to pick deflect because they're working more in the shadows. They're a thief or something like that. So they may not want necessarily, they may like the deflect bonus over the critical strike bonus. Or they could have their armor set up where they have tons of critical strike, but they don't have a lot of deflect on their rings or their armor or any number of things. So maybe this is a great way for them to build their deflect because they already have a sufficient amount of critical strike. So there's lots of moving parts, but luckily it doesn't throw you all in the deep end at the same time. Okay, moving on to the next tab up at the top, we have our companions. I happen to have 4 right now. I have Robert. He is my mage. He is maxed out at level 25. I can upgrade him. It would cost me. So if I go to upgrade, it would cost me 250,000 astral diamonds, or it would cost me the tokens, the upgrade tokens, which I would need 60 of. I have none of. And I only have 210,000 astral diamonds. So I couldn't really do that either. And honestly, I'm only moving them up from rank 25 to a maximum rank of 30. That's not a huge jump. I could probably, for cheaper than 250,000 astral diamonds, I could probably go buy a character that's already 1 or 2 levels higher than that as far as the maximum goes, to 30 or to 50, or there's even some out there that have a max rank of 100. So you don't necessarily want to spend your astral diamonds or your companion upgrade. Well, if you had companion upgrade tokens, then use them, because what else are you going to use them for? They're companion upgrade tokens. But I wouldn't spend astral diamonds on this, because you could probably find a better companion on the auction house for less than what it would cost to upgrade him. So he's a mage. This is my healer. I haven't used him. He's actually Robert. I named him, by the way. I already had, essentially. For all of my characters, I have a mage. Okay? So when it came to picking my first companion, even though Robert was, as far as the game thinks, picking my first companion, I went with a healer. I ran with Robert the whole time, and then I bought this con man, and his character is called a con man. I bought him for 2 gold. I hadn't used one before, so I wanted to see how he does. I like him. I may buy the upgraded version of him. I will not upgrade this one. And then lastly, this is Bart. Bart is a bard. That's why I named him Bart. Bart the Bard. I got him somewhere. I didn't pay for him. I think that I won him somewhere. Some draw, or not drawing, but maybe he was in a chest or something like that. Anyway, that's how I got Bart, and Bart is now maxed out as well. So companions have offense and defense slots. You'll want to take a look. Oops, wrong button. See here, my healer, who I haven't used, he has 3 defense slots. Okay, and then you can pick the rune stones that go in there that give bonuses. So if we come back over here and look at Bart the Bard, he has 1 offense slot and 2 defense slots. And I've gone ahead and put in runestones that give him bonuses. So this one gives him plus 140, or it gives him 140 defense, because that runestone is used in a defensive slot. If I'd used it in the offensive slot, which I have one up there that is, it gives me 140 critical strike. And then this Eldritch runestone is a rank 4, and I have it in a defense slot, so it gives me 6% of his ratings. So I make a little bit of all of his active bonuses. Okay, under equipment, I put a belt on him that I had in my inventory. I put a ring on him that I had. I haven't found a necklace for him yet. But that's companions. You can have a ton of companions. You can make them idle. If you buy companions in the store, you can typically trade them, sell them, do any number of things like that. Moving on to mounts, I have 2 in my stable, right? Yes. I have this beetle that I got, the Emerald Glazed Giant Beetle, was for signing up for something, and every character on my account will get one of these beetles. It's not the fastest thing in the world. You can see down under movement, it increases by 50% my movement speed. So whatever I would move at, it adds 50%, and that's how fast it moves. You have mounts that have like 110% of your movement speed. So it's like your movement speed doubled plus 10%. And once you get a mount that has better tack, has better movement, then you can apply that to other mounts. So this beetle could move much faster than mine does. I don't have anything else applied to it, since again in my stable I have it and a Sabino horse, and I have nothing on the horse. It does 50% as well. Once you get into the insignias, let's see here. Let's jump over here. So I need a regal insignia to put in this slot, and then I have an enlightened insignia of prosperity. Now, what happens is when you're using this mount, okay, let's say we're using this horse, then we get plus 2% glory, gold, and experience gain, and plus 200 maximum hit points. Okay, so it says there, insignias grant you bonuses and additional statistics when slotted in a mount in your stable. Okay, so here's another way that you can add more points. Defense, max hit points, any number of things. Let's come back over here and look at the beetle. Okay, this one gives us 50 defense and 25 incoming healing bonus. So if someone else was healing me, I get a bonus of 25. And this one, insignia slot, 50 armor penetration, 25 action point gain. So that's what I'm running as far as my stable goes. So you can have a ton of mounts in here. I've seen people with, I don't know if there is a cap, but I've seen people with easily 10 mounts in there, in the stable. You can only have one running current, though, obviously. So that's it for that part. Now we actually want to go back and we want to go into our inventory. As you can see, my inventory is not super full, actually. I keep my inventory very clean. And that is going to be my suggestion to you guys. I have 4 bags. These are the 4 bags that you get throughout the game. The first one you have automatically, and then you pick up the rest of these by completing missions. And each bag, this bag has 30 slots. This bag has 18 slots. And now people are bothering me. So let's turn that off. Huh? Oh, wrong button. There we go. All right, now they won't bother me anymore. So you're going to pick up bags, and there's room for more bags. I just don't happen to have any. Another character I have that was playing during an event actually picked up a free bag. They gave him 30 slots, I believe. Either 30 or 24. The best bag that you can get is a runic bag of holding. It has 36 slots. So it would be this plus another full row down at the bottom. Now, my advice to all of you new players is manage your inventory. It can be kind of a pain in the ass sometimes, but manage your inventory. Notice I have most all my elixirs and potions back in this area. Okay, on this fourth bag, I typically keep all my power stones, stability stones, all my enchantment stuff back here. I haven't see, I actually have a couple enchantment things in this part of my bag that I haven't moved over yet. I try and keep my first bag as empty as possible, because when I go to sell stuff or put stuff on auction, that's the first bag that always comes up. So if I know that I still have, make a run through a dungeon and I have one spot still open down here at the bottom, that means that nothing moved into the second bag. So when I'm selling stuff or going to the auction house, I don't need to look anywhere else but this bag. So, and you will run out of room. I guarantee you will run out of space. You look at some of these guys that are over-leveled, level 70 by 10 times, and they fight for room every time they open anything. So, manage it as best as you can. If you're not going to use it, get rid of it. Either sell it at a vendor or sell it on the auction house. Okay? So that's the bags. And then over here you have your riches. So you have your regular money. You can see I'm currently sitting at 219 Zen. Zen is how you buy the really powerful stuff from the game manufacturer. Astral Diamonds is how you buy the really good stuff from other players. And there is a market that exchanges those that works almost exactly like the stock market. Well, it does work like the stock market. So currently I have 219 Zen. I have spent, 400. I've spent 1,250 Zen already. I have not put a dime into this game. I spent 850 Zen. I spent 400 Zen buying 2 more character slots so that I could make the other video, our very first Neverwinter 101. And then I just recently, just a few days ago, I had a coupon. I always bargain shopping. I had a coupon, it was 15% off of anything in the store. See, this will give me a potential coupon. Okay, which is why I have not used it yet, because right now it doesn't expire. And it's bound to my account, which means that I can transfer it to any one of my players. Once I open it, whatever coupon I get is going to be bound to my character, and I only have like 30 minutes or an hour to use it, and then it just disappears out of my inventory. So I haven't opened it yet. It's a surprise. I don't know. Like it says, Lyra's surprise coupon. But I had a bunch of these, and because I have 2 characters running, and so they both were going through the event and getting these every day, and I was able to pull. I'm trying to look for it. Yeah, oh, there it is, down at the very bottom. A limited time 15% off any item. So I was able to spend that, and I used that to buy VIP. Now, VIP gives you certain bonuses. We'll get to that in just a second if I have time. I may do a whole nother video. I only have level 1 of VIP, and there are 12 ranks to VIP. But anyway, so that is why I have some Zen. I have Astral Diamonds, 210,000, and I have not done anything with my game yet today. I haven't even looked in my mail. I may have sold some stuff on the auction house, and again, auction house gives you Astral Diamonds. You can convert them into Zen to buy the stuff from the game, like character slots, companions. I don't know why you'd buy a companion from them. You could probably find them cheaper with Astral Diamonds on the market, unless it's a locked one. Anyway, so then you have these specialty riches, which you can see I have none of. And then down here, the special currency, Seals of the Unicorn. That is a dead currency, but there is a vendor that will exchange those, so it's not totally dead. Um, and these are things that I've gathered while adventuring. And then down here at the very bottom are the other currencies. Most of these are used like the many arrows insignia. They're bounty items. You can turn these in to a bounty hunter, and he will give you your choice of awards depending on how many you have. That's a whole nother video. But hold on to these. Don't buy anything with these insignias or these bounty items until I make another video talking about it. And it's okay. Just hold on to them. Trust me. You're going to want to. Okay? So, useful items would be keys or stuff that you pick up. Professional assets are things that you are used in the professions tab, which they actually explain in the game, so I won't go into a whole lot of detail on that. But you can buy... These are the starter ones. Like here is a polisher. And then from polisher, you move up to... Oh, there she is, down here at the bottom. Artificer. And then Grandmaster Artificer. Okay. And, of course, she grants a plus 10% speed. She grants a plus 50% speed. So you can see you can build these guys up, and they provide more things for you. And you can see like a mithril mallet gives plus 40% quality. That's for higher levels of professions. I may do a professions video a little bit later on, but as of right now, I'm not going to worry about it because the game does a pretty good job of explaining those basics to you. Idle companions, and here's the VIP per diem. And basically, if we come in here, these are the big markers for VIP ranks. Like I said, I just have VIP rank 1. And I will probably be getting VIP rank 2 here very soon. The ultimate goal is to get up to rank 12. Keep in mind, each buying of a rank is another 1,000 Zen. In real world money, that's $10. Okay? So you could buy yourself all the way up to rank 12, drop $120, you're good to go. Okay, me, I'm not doing that. I'm doing everything in game. I'm not spending a dime, but I'm totally going to monetize this game as best I can. If we come over here and look at the VIP information, you can see for rank 1, I get a 10% bonus for experience, glory, and XP for most professions. I get a 15% bonus for astral diamonds on runs of dungeons, skirmishes, and PvP, access to the Moonstone Mask VIP area, and every day I will receive the following items. Per character, I will get 10 ID scrolls, 1 epic dungeon chest key, and per account, I will get 1 enchanted key, which means that I can open one of the enchanted lock boxes. And so the enchanted keys, that's where you could make some real astral diamonds. Yeah, and then convert those into Zen and blah, 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 blah. So, to sum all this up, if we look in the upper right-hand corner, I'm trying to get, let's see, there we go. Upper right-hand corner, you see the little flag, the little boxes, and then like it looks like a chisel and hammer. That's telling me that I have a campaign that's ready to give me, like I've completed some task in a campaign. The little blocks tells me that there's new items in my inventory. And the chisel and hammer tells me that my professions are done. And then the star in the very far right-hand corner tells me that I need to pray. So let us go ahead and do our invocation. I have a portable altar here, so we can get that done. And look at the bonuses that I just got for invoking my deity. I gained 1,010 experience. I gained 450 astral diamonds, bonus astral diamonds, rough astral diamonds, at a 50% rate. Okay, so I got a celestial bag of refining, which typically has some sort of refinement stone in it. My next 10,000 experience points will be earned at 25% bonus. And my invocation blessing, which is something that you can use when you're out and about, use this icon to bestow the blessing of your God upon you for the next 15 minutes. So, this has been a long video, but I've hopefully explained a little bit about the character. In the next video, we will get into We'll look at our journal, the queues, and the campaigns. And if we have time, we will get into... Actually, our next video will be about the Tarmaloon Trade House and the Astral Diamond Exchange and the Wondrous Bazaar. And it'll all be under the store thing here. So that's what we'll cover in our next video. So stick around for that. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button down at the bottom. Make sure to click on the little bell so you get notifications for any new videos that I post. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and on Facebook, and those are both down at the bottom of the screen on the overlay there. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you got any questions, comments, kicks, complaints, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. And until next time, Dungeon Divers, take care of yourselves out there. This is Draco Invictus saying this has been the greatest day in my life. See ya!